to deal and soak up damage to get that Farsa out of the Feather
to
Airstrike.
Mobile Legends.
Let's see how this goes. Will Falcons AP BREN push this to a game number 5? Or Liquid Echo be the first one to secure their grand finals ticket and the representation of the Philippines in MSC?
And one game away from booking a flight to Riyadh here. Team Liquid PH decide to go for this.
I don't know if I said this on broadcast, but it's likely few who might pick up the Farsa. Again, tight mid lane. Mid lane is so tight in the current metagame, and getting a Farsa in a burst or lineup that needs burst is your next best thing when Vexana is, you know, is in risk.
Yeah.
It's actually great as well for hunting down Moskov. It's a classic counter to people who spam Moskov.
Yeah, you zone out the Moskov.
Yeah, because Moskov can't position properly.
And having a way to force out that skill to dash away from danger, it's a great resource out of Benecutie, but they have 2 Purifies, Benecutie and JP. But for the side of Falcons AP BREN, they have 3 as well. They know.
They respect the Curse of Blood. And something else to note, Benecutie here, alongside that Purify, he's also rocking his independent talent emblem, right? He's setting up for the basic emblem, the tenacity, and the firmness. So he really just wants to keep himself safe. He's protecting himself.
Stay alive.
Ah, exactly.
And while Super Marco's just all in, man. Assassin emblem, Master Assassin plus Thrill. Okay, so it's now Falcons AP BREN who want to go faster. Beatdown has switched sides, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, that's Flicker out of Sanford. No ultimate for the possible first objective here. Not hitting level 4 just yet. But ultimate still, Carl TZ has it. Both junglers has it right now. So it depends how this team fight will layer onto holding that first line. Or the front line, rather. Few seconds for the Feather Airstrike to show, but this is the fight.
Good setup here coming in from Team Liquid. They do have advanced positioning. FCAP looking for a way in, but no cigar. They decide to go back. Carl TZ with the first turtle of the game.
They don't...
Again, seems to be the story of this matchup, right? Every single time Liquid Echo want to fight, they want to collapse. Falcons AP BREN, they want a more, I say, scattered engagement, and they just can't do that just yet. They just don't have the damage output yet.
Yeah, I think that's one thing to actually note. The super marker right now from Falcons AP BREN will need time. I think we've all seen it on the first turtle objective. Super Marco got a good peel out of Benecutie. So up against a Roger in this lane, they would need extra hand from JP to push forward with the wave. So looking at the gold, Super Marco has more ways to actually clear it. He's a Roger. So, but this pushes out JP to roam or even aid the gold lane most of the time.
They're not getting punished for it at all either. The 2-man babysitting duo for Benecutie and JP, it's not allowing for FCAP to go move elsewhere, so that's fine. They're actually allowed to do this, and it doesn't suffer, it doesn't hurt or detriment them in the long run. They can still set up for this next turtle. Like it will allow for XP and gold to even out.
I think that's true. With the ultimate right now present for Farsa and as well for Ogwin, they have more ways to call in the party. Again, you have the burst from the Farsa. The Purifies on cooldown would be just in time for the tool to show. But meanwhile, JP is also looking for a way to deny vision of this chip. Ogwin, again, didn't have a good time from their previous match, but they're still looking for a way to make this work.
Really gauging each other right now. 4 minutes in, no kills happening yet. Classic MPL PH happening so far.
Items showing up on our screens. 10 seconds for the second objective to show. Liquid Philippines now would have a way to hold or even have a chance to penetrate the backline of FCAP. Question is, who's going to go all in this time around? Look at that. Backline looking for a way to be secured by Ogwin.
Carl TZ trying to do exactly the same thing Carl TZ did, but this time around it's Few with a Feather Airstrike looking for Sanji. Sanford gonna walk on by, focuses on the turtle here, and first blood goes over Super Marco and FCAP. Falcons AP BREN getting everything they want, except for Benecutie and Sanji. Good show for the Bees.
For the first time in a while, Falcons AP BREN take a win right in the turtle pit. That's 1 apiece this time around. An early mortality by Kyle TZ. I'm guessing he feels the pressure from game 3. He understands that, hey, as a Barata I was too soft.
Yeah.
Never again. I got 4 life bars, fam. and that's going to allow for them to barrel on forward. Look at this. Look at this game snap right after leaving the laning phase. All rolls, lane per lane, gold-wise. FCAP got Liquid PH beat. So I'm looking at the items this time around. How did this happen? How is there 900 gold on Marco?
Oh my goodness.
That was 2 kills right off.
2 kills,
the bat.
yeah.
I'll tell you, there you go. It's because of the kills.
Beautiful.
It's because of the kills and his relentless laning. Even against JP and Benny Cutie for the past 4 minutes, it's been this duo here. He never really left the carts.
Right. That was 1 point to even observe. Oh, look at that.
I need the cart. I need the cart, fam.
Need the cart, man.
All right, never
No.
mind.
JP says no. No, sir, not today.
Looking for a way to trade.
All right, all right.
That's good. Liquid Echo here doing their homework, making sure that, all right, we're forcing a lane swap. Go home. Benny Cutie, that's a technical knockout. And this will allow for, rather, go home, Marco. This will allow Benny Cutie to, again, equalize on that gold.
Well, speaking of equalize, slowly we would feel that swap. I think because of the Immortality first item for this export for Kyle TZ, it's so much effective when you have a chip around you. You would not actually spend so much on the War Express because, again, you pointed out perfectly on how his Varus was so soft. Meanwhile, hold it out, it's Benny Cutie.
No,
a lot of spears.
Beautiful dueling coming in from Benny Cutie, but looks like it's going to be an even trade. Actually, JP got that gold, so probably a better trade for Benny Cutie that time.
Oh, no. Better trade for Marco.
Marco, rather. Sorry,
That's right,
for Marco.
Yeah. The kill went on the wrong dude.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
And again, it's going to be a fight under that turtle this time. FALCONS AP BREN using the Black Dragon, preemptively pushing back the rest of Team Liquid.
All right, it's been a while since we had a mage that has as much of a burst and reliability as a Farsa. So there is a reason why few pick this hero.
That's right, working well.
And also against Sanji in this time of the game, utilizing more of the burst that he can do. Again, this is a Roger, this is a Yuzong. And to counter it out, or to even add layer of damage for this export, build it onto the War Axe, this is more continuous teamfight that they can peel against Liquid Echo.
Liquid Echo right now are dealing with the aforementioned peel, the aforementioned re-engage, because of how you could go purify, reposition, collapse with the shortcut. But also, something to consider, oddly enough, I don't know if you guys agree, but Liquid Echo are the ones who might want to engage from afar. Number one, they have this.
They're trying to do that right now. Combo with Spear Destruction, pushes back Super Marco, and I think he's going to go down. And the artillery is way too far. Few not in position to activate or to hit anyone with a Feather Airstrike.
Anticipated quickly, Echo.
That was fast.
Leo.
Right, that's what I was going to say. They wanted to take fights from further because that's where FALCONS AP BREN are not comfortable and not expecting. Because again, they're the ones with the range, they're the ones with the cross-map on-demand activation with the shortcut. So if it's Liquid Echo who's saying, you know what, we don't even care. We're going to go for these long engages as long as we have a good setup with the Astral Echo, then we can make it happen. That's how they're going to try to slow the roll of FALCONS AP BREN and close the gap between Benny and Marco and then regain the map. If anything, truth be told, map belongs to Liquid Echo. Look at that lane down bottom.
The push and also how they managed to get that kill out, that's very, very efficient. I think now Sanji, with having the Blood Wings with him, it's a great way to actually hold a just in case the Black Dragon form of Flap TZ goes down to hold or even counter Sanji while in pursuit. I think slowly they have an advantage on how to counter this backline entry. So far, they know the assignment. They know the idea on how to shorten out a possible team fight. But it's 2.5K, still with FCAP. But one thing to actually look is how you enter and shut down Few from the back line. Still, he has more ways to force out peel, force out damage out of Liquid Echo the moment they step onto that Feathered Airstrike.
And the sheer range of the Feathered Airstrike allows for a non-Astral Echo entry to be lethal. If you don't start with an Astral Echo, then you're losing. I think that's what Liquid Echo is waiting for here. And that's why this Lord Dance is relatively easy for a Falcon AP BREN to start and to even keep up. Look, they have map control right now. They have control of vision until the Echo comes out.
Especially right now that Kyle TZ is more confident,
Spotted out.
right,
Super
on
Marco.
this X board.
Yep.
So many HP bars. He knows he can front well. And he knows that there's damage behind him. So they can go if
And
they
they
want
know.
to.
They know that they were in that bush.
Oakland
Meanwhile,
from the back. Here comes the shortcut, but it's not going to be used because everyone is already within range. Flying it up here, it's going to be Flap TZ trying to get the engagement active.
Bang.
They're peeling hard onto Carl TZ. They take him down. The re-engage is strong with a crash course. Good stunts coming in from Oakland. That is a 2 for none in favor of FCAP.
That's it. They crossed the line of no return. There's no way that that is being undone. And yes, it started with an Astral Echo, but that's the answer from Ogun. He took the
another
white
one.
walk, and then wait.
Oh, there's a crash course here. JP's in trouble.
Benicudi still.
Going in. And Benicudi not gonna be able to get that Lord, but he gets slapped. He can get more. Super Marco in trouble, but he gets the score. 1 for 1. Straight it out, but the Lord goes over to Falcons AP BREN.
The confidence of Benicudi just diving into what? Enemy lines!
It's a Pyrrhic victory. It cost them a lot, but they got the shutdown on Marco. And hell, maybe they even threatened the Lord take, right? Because if that went the wrong way, if they got the stun, if Marco got skewered into a wall before the Lord was taken down, maybe Benny could have stolen the Lord. Who knows, right? But as it is, Liquid Echo not out of the woods just yet. They still have to deal with this Lord marching through. But that was a good trade. 2 for 1. Oh, wait. Oh,
JP.
Trouble in paradise here for JP. Getting hit by the Feather Airstrike 2 to 3 times. And again, burned to a crisp by the export.
Yeah, Purifier was still on cooldown. Now Falcons AP BREN have a push down bottom. Kyle TC has still the immortality. Now looking for a way. Liquid Echo looking for a way to hold this. They need to let this go. Just now, it's not worth it to commit. Again, there's no hold, there's no setup from JP just yet. So they would need more time to hold this through. Oh, Min is still pushing down, but I think there's going to be a turret taken down out by Falcons AP BREN.
That's top and mid taken down. Even bottom. Amazingly synchronized waves from Falcons AP BREN. But Liquid Echo still struggling to find that collapse. I think, all right, about 5-6 minutes ago, the plan was, all right, engage from long range. Now they know that they can't, given how small the map is for them. Now, the next stage for them is to force out full-on collapses. If it's a full-on collapse with a late entry from Benny, then they can win that fight. But that aside, Falcons AP BREN have every single right to call the fights. They can say, fights happen here, fights happen now, and it's so easy because of how Ogwin has the Purify, and then the 2 key finishers, Marco and Few, have the Purify as well. So it's difficult for Liquid Echo to rely on Daddy JP with the Curse of Blood. It's just a no-go.
I agree with you. It's more likely a full commitment just in case Falcons AP BREN would force out a team fight. But just looking at this, we're going back to the infinite keys to victory. This is the macro game that Falcons AP BREN wanted to happen early on, when they have a way to shut down Carl TZ earlier, and as well as JP. Once it's out of the picture on the team fight, things happen in their favor. And how you guys mentioned how the synchronization of the lanes were working through them, this is just problem after problem for Liquid Echo to show, but they're not out of the bush yet. They have mid-game spike, they have damage here, but this is just a question.
Oh no, Few just picked up the Holy Crystal, man.
Oh.
All the more. I'm wondering what the items look like, or we're going to see it in just a bit, because there's a Lord coming up here, and I want to know if there's enough magic defense, because prior, again,
it's full-on burst.
This is the best kind of damage coverage you have. You have physical in Marco and Flap, you have magic in Few, and then you have True and Kyle. I wonder what kind of itemization Liquid Echo have prepared for this fight, especially since they're down 3K.
That's tricky. That's tricky for sure.
Oh, when it showed up.
on the side looking for maybe a possibility of taking down Few, but it's a no-go once more. Team Liquid looking for trouble, but they're not being obliged. Falcons AP BREN very smart in controlling this aggression from Liquid.
Yeah, but again, dances come easier for Falcons.
Yeah.
Right? Dances are safer for them, and there's always that threat of that Y walk. And that's why Benicudi and JP are keeping that portal close.
Yeah.
They're holding the line, but Sanford got peeled
here
right away.
LTZ.
Hello.
That's going to be a pop. There's going to be an attack here, maybe on Ogwin. Of course, he does have enough speed to get out of the way. My.
Okay, they just completely retreat back. Again, they have the last 3 inhibitor turrets from Liquid Echo. If Falcon, AP, BREN gets their hands on this objective with the waves pushing in their favor, this could be a tight defense for the Cavalry. But they're not committing just yet. Wait, look at the damage from Benicuti.
Oh, easy. No Firaga armor, but here comes the engagement flap. 5-man compression here. Team Liquid, but Few is on the side, already used up the feathered airstrike. It's a signal, it's a go time for Team Liquid. Caltesi with a Lord, but I think they're gonna get cleaned up here.
Super Marco used to Purify.
Super bad, but they are gonna be able to make it out. 4 members alive from FCAP, but will it be enough? It's gonna be a few towers at the least going over to Team Liquid because of that.
All right. That was a struggle for Falcons AP BREN respect. Again, every time it's a full-on collapse, Liquid Echo are just masterful at taking those fights. But good news for Falcons AP BREN, the silver lining is at least they did not concede the Lord.
That's right. Lord's still there. They only lost 1 guy, so I guess that's best case scenario in this regard.
Yeah.
Shortcut activated. Flaptz is back on track. Flying it off, looking for maybe Sanji, but they are going to focus on to Sanford here. Few's in trouble. He's on the back. Oh my goodness. That's going to be trouble in paradise, and that Lord was not used to its full effect here.
They forced Few back to base to regen and recall. Sanford has eyes on the best target possible. Forced out the feather airstrike, and they know what could be the possible way to take them down.
All right, Liquid Echo reminding Falcons AP BREN, hey, this is still our side of the map. Put respect on my authority. This turret will not fall down, not unless it's happening over our cold, dead bodies. Something to note, I was watching that skirmish in mid, right? But my eyes were, and my attention were actually on that battle between Few and Sanford.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Few will only really press Purify when it's absolutely necessary?
Yeah.
He will press it at the very last second. If I was that person, I was like, all right, there's help, guys, there's a Terizla on me. I would press the Purify almost immediately and wings away. But no, for Few, it's like, all right, wait, now.
At the very least, you're trying to bait, I guess. You're trying to bait Team Liquid that you think you have me, but not really.
Yeah, give me more, right? Like, spend more resources on this. If you want it, come get it. Maybe even force Sanford to use the flicker, right, to confirm the kill. But, I mean, Few didn't die. He's still sitting at 104.
That is the mastery of Kyle Angelo Arcangel in this hero. Doesn't know he's not going to be unfazed. He's completely knows where to press the right timings. And having the Winter Truncheon now, he can play more with the resources out of Liquid Echo. But if they will need to make sure it happens again. But it's just one thing that we need to consider. Because looking at the waves, freezing down top and bottom, this is how they wanted to force out Liquid Echo. Again, they are in match point right now. And Falcons AP BREN, with the lead that they have, they still need to close this game. And what better way to hold this by looking for a pickoff out of Falcons AP BREN. At 5 seconds, this is the objective that could be the game-ending push for FCAP.
All right, you know what, friends? I agree with you. If there's any way that Liquid Echo can come back and win, besides the full-on collapse, which they're so good at, those are team fights that they love. Maybe a free pickoff, like the one on Flaptz earlier, right? If they can do that right here, right now, with this evolved Lord, then they can slowly go to shrinking this gold lead. Oh, JP!
JP!
Wrong push. That is JP.
All right. Use a flicker. Use a purify and use a winter truncheon. He's actually fine. That's some tools, maybe.
Look at the positioning of Ogwin.
First blood still available here, and Ogwin very far away. Probably looking for a way to maybe make a full push happen. But this time around, Spear of Destruction committed straight into Few. There goes a feathered airstrike, and down goes Benicuti. And the fight's happening. Caltesi with the Lord. It's looking really bad here for Team Liquid Echo. Betty is down. Sanford follows suit. Caltesi all alone. Sanji on the mid. Maybe control some of these lanes. But the fight going over to Falcons AP BREN.
There were multiple layers of deception from Falcons AP BREN. All right, there were multiple levels of deception presented by Falcons AP BREN. And the fact that they stuck to the bit, they confirmed every single winning line of play, allows for them to now possibly bring us to game number 5. There was the false Rafrisha play up top. There was the angle behind the Lord Pit. There was the reverse collapse onto the Moskov ult.
I swear, if Benny didn't pull that Spear Destruction, they would have gone 5 men on top.
Right?
Right?
Completely.
Oh, here we go.
But now the base is open.
Oh, the base is open, and now the push is happening. Everyone's on the floor.
There's
but
still minions.
there is going to be more. Oh my goodness, Flap TZ.
The base!
And the base is the target. We got a game.